Hello, hi, my name is Shubham Saurabh. I am a faculty at World University of Design. I teach fashion communication. You have to understand the communication part of the brand. For example, how a brand is going to share his ideology or a thought process, either through a medium like photography, sometimes through illustrations, sometimes through typography, motion, videography and all that. So these are the some medium through which a brand can communicate any idea. But what is the interesting part here is every brand communicates very differently. For example, Raymond got a different kind of target audience. So if you see the communication of the brand of Raymond, the model selection, the poses, everything looks more mature because it has been targeted to a mature audience. At the same time, if you see Jack and Jones and Wrangler, see the shoot and the poses, the models, they look so young, they are running and everything in their shoots because it looks very young and fun because the brand is like that and they want to target to those audience. Similarly in Manyavar you see everything looks so Indian, cultural and full of festiveness because the brand is like that. So the brand ambassador, the selection of model, the dressing, the everything is done accordingly. Yes, fashion communication is all about communicating your thought and ideology, but yeah, always keeping in mind who is the target audience, and based on that, if things are done accurately, it reaches to the right target audience and the audience feel like this product is for me and they buy it very happily. And now I would like to mention things that we teach in fashion communication. So because we are doing everything for the brand, so it will always begin with the branding. We make them students understand how a logo need to be made, a brand manual and different kind of collaterals. When we talk about collaterals, first thing is the advertisement. How to make an advertisement either in terms of posters, any print medium like leaflet, brochure or magazines and anything like that. Then another thing is videos that we can make in terms of for the advertisement. Now the different kind of courses that we teach here apart from branding is event and visual merchandise, something that is related to the space design, how to build a space, how a space need to be interactive and how lighting and everything sets a mood for the audience. Apart from these things, one thing that we also focus on is the softwares and the technical skill, how to make students equipped with the execution. So when we talk about softwares and the skill set, it always begins with the Adobe softwares. We teach everything from Photoshop to Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects or Figma, Premiere Pro and everything, and these things will make the student equipped to execute their thought process. Apart from that, I think is the copywriting and something related to intellectual property right, entrepreneurship. These are also technical part of the fashion communication that we cover very effectively. So apart from the learning, now they have to also show their learning to some spaces. So there are three things at WUD which is very exciting. First is the craft dog. So all the students, because we also teach them in a way that they should not be learning anything which is so urban and futuristic, but they have to also go back. Once they go back, then only they can figure out what the future will be like. So they do craft documentation, they go to a different kind of tribes, different kind of artists, they understand how these things have been worked or what they are doing, what is their role, what is the material that they are using. So they do a very nice craft documentation and then they execute it in the form of book, movies, etc. Apart from craft dog, there's something called internship. So after 6 sem, they go for internship, a 2-month internship where they learn a lot of things, how industry works. And fashion communication students go to various places including photography and styling, branding and communication, PR, copywriting, and same thing after this internship they go for a GP project. They go in a firms like Ogilvy or McCann or Lenskart. So they are a famous firm where our student has been placed. They do a lot of nice work in terms of styling, photography, VM or branding and communication. And they gain a lot of industry insight, and after that obviously they are free from the industry and they become professional to provide and contribute a lot in the design industry. So now we will also like to talk about the skill set and the things and the software that they learn here. So obviously to start with the soft skill, something like illustration, photography, typography, motion and all that. But to achieve all those things, the software that we teach are Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, Figma, After Effects, Premiere Pro. For the 3D structures, we make them understand Rhino, Keyshot, Blender, 3D Max, and also Unreal. Now all the young enthusiasts who want to be a designer, especially in the field of fashion communication, I invite them all to please join fashion communication here at World University of Design. Here you will learn a lot of things, not in just terms of design but also in terms of lifestyle. You will be evolved as a person by the end of the 4 year. Thank you.